Hello everyone, it's Steve, and I got the song for you tonight, Counting Crows. It's called The Voice of Truth. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, what I would do to have the kind of faith it takes to step out of this boat I'm in, onto the crashing waves, step out of my comfort zone, to the realm of the unknown where Jesus is, and he's holding out his hand. But the waves are calling out my name and they laugh at me, reminding me of all the times I've tried before and failed. The waves, they keep on telling me time and time again, boy, you'll never win. You never win. But the voice of truth tells me a different story. The voice of truth says, do not be afraid. And the voice of truth says, this is for my glory. Out of all the voices calling out my name, I will choose to listen to the voice of truth. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, what I would do to have the kind of strength it takes to stand before a giant with just a sling and a stone, surrounded by the sound of 1,000 warriors shaking in their armor, wishing they'd had the strength to stand. But the giant's calling out my name and he laughs at me, reminding me of all the times I've tried before and failed. The giant keeps on telling me time and time again, boy, you never win. You never win. But the voice of truth tells me a different story. The voice of truth says, do not be afraid. And the voice of truth says, this is for my glory. Out of all the voices calling out to me, I will choose to listen to the voice of truth. But the stone was just the right size to put the giant on the ground. And the waves, they don't seem so high from on top of them looking down. And I will soar with the wings of eagles when I stop and listen to Jesus singing over me. The voice of truth tells me a different story. And the voice of truth says, do not be afraid. And the voice of truth says, this is for my glory. Out of all the voices calling out to me, I will choose to listen to the voice of truth and believe. So, that's Counting Crows. Solid song. So yeah, today I filed a civil action lawsuit, filed a pair of summons against the defendants, Christine Wilda and Andrew Mangles. I asked Tom Fitton if he would help me out, because I'm not a lawyer. Yeah, it was a long day, and I think there's a lot of evidence that God was with me in terms of just like synchronicities, like the date at the courthouse, the time at the courthouse that they stamped my action was 11:33, and There's some other ones, but that was a good one. That's the one that's probably clearest. And then, yeah, I had some dinner with my parents, and we talked about it and what the potential outcomes are. And, yeah, so in 3 weeks, I will have an answer from the defendants. And that's just a longer, you know, that's just more truth or untruth that they're putting on the record. So, can't complain there. I'm actually really interested in what they say. You know, I could be wrong. It's happened before. But if I was wrong about all this, I don't know why I would be getting advice to do this. So yeah, I'm pursuing this. Hopefully Jesus wants to sing with me, you know? What else? That's what I did today. It's 9/11. And, you know, like I said before, the truth about 9/11 is really important. That, you know, there was melted bedrock. A lot of people reported explosives. The BBC reported that Tower 7 fell earlier than was 20 minutes early. And Tom Fitton just sued for the footage of the parking lot outside the Pentagon, which was just clearly an explosive. There was no airplane that hit the Pentagon. Our own government bombed the Pentagon on 9/11. Our own government bombed a lot of buildings. Oops.